A few weeks ago, I tried out Veil VR, which after its newest update, I compared heavily to old Call of Duty. Simplistic gameplay, a handful of modes and maps that feel right at home in something like Modern Warfare 3 or Black Ops 2, a progression system that also felt very similar to those games. Veil VR is a great time that, in my opinion, deserves the title of Call of Duty in VR. However, there's a game that a lot of the VR community feels deserves that title more. That game being Contractors VR. Being a huge fan of both Call of Duty and VR, I had to check it out. So I played it. I played the widely regarded Call of Duty in VR. And after giving it some playtime, does it live up to the title? That's exactly what we're going to explore in this video. So join me in today's episode of RatedEm, where we check out Contractors VR. Before we start, remember to subscribe. I talk about video games on this channel, so if you like that sort of thing, feel free to subscribe. I also live stream from time to time right here on this YouTube channel, so if you want to come hang out, crack some jokes, or discuss stuff, come join us sometime. If you can't make it to those streams live, feel free to subscribe to my second channel, RatedEm Live. I upload all the best moments from my live streams onto there. But without further ado, let's check out Contractors VR. Contractors has a handful of different modes, from single-player Spec Ops style missions to multiplayer to even zombies, and there's also a bunch of mods that also add new ways to play into the game. For this video, I'm specifically going to cover the single-player and multiplayer, and I'm going to leave mods and zombies for separate videos. The reason for this is that there's a bunch of mods I want to check out that would be unfair to incorporate into a review about the core game, and the same goes for zombies. There's a few mods for zombies that I want to touch, so I might as well cover zombies and the mods for it in a different video. I think a majority of the people watching this review want to see if the game is the quote Call of Duty in VR in relation to multiplayer anyways. With all of that out of the way, let's discuss the core gameplay before I discuss the separate modes. Contractors VR's gameplay feels pretty good. It feels good to move around, and everything that you do in the game feels fluid and intuitive. Also, you can slide if you run and then crouch a few seconds after, which is really cool and unique for a game in this genre. The game isn't super technical with the weapons in the way that other VR shooters are, for example Onward or Gun Club VR, but reloading weapons and firing them feels really responsive and accurate to my own movements. It's not like Zero Caliber, which I previously reviewed, where the magazine wouldn't always connect or I'd miss charging the bolts. It feels good to reload in this game. Also, you can sort of do the H&K slap with the MP5, so there's the RatedEm MP5 seal of approval. You have to hold the trigger on your controller and then hit the bolt at a specific angle, but it works, give or take. The guns do have a good amount of recoil, but there are attachments you can add to mitigate it. And on the subject of the guns, there's a wide selection, which I really appreciate. One thing I need to get off my chest, however, is, well, the chest rig. There's just way too much going on, and it's just way too big. I'd go to grab a pistol mag and end up grabbing my knife instead by mistake. Also, this game does one thing that ticks me off. It's very subtle, but it's very annoying. This game refers to magazines as clips. This is not a clip, this is a mag or a magazine. I am not the biggest gun nerd, but I am knowledgeable enough to know the difference. So all in all, the gameplay feels fine enough. The gunplay feels very simple, but it's far from bad. If it ain't broke, don't fix it kind of deal. Now let's jump into the single player. This is arguably the most frustrating aspect of the game. Even on easy, I was struggling to get these done. Enemies knew exactly where I was at all times to the point where they would start pre-firing, and I felt like they had so much health. I could get like 2 kills in one mag, which isn't great considering you have limited ammo. There's also no ammo counter, which I don't really like. I understand some VR shooters do this to keep an element of realism into the game, but honestly, it feels out of place in Contractors. The aesthetic of the game, the controls, and the movement doesn't all really scream realism to me. It feels sort of arcadey, and I feel like an ammo counter really wouldn't hurt. Playing against bots was extremely frustrating, and even then, there wasn't a whole lot of content. A few maps, some of them even repeating, with relatively simple objectives. As I mentioned, it is more like Spec Ops than a campaign or anything. It is, however, a great warm-up for multiplayer. There isn't really a firing range or anything you can use to get warmed up, so playing this for the first hour admittingly got me pretty comfortable with the game, even if I was getting frustrated. And speaking of multiplayer, it is leaps and bounds more fun than the single player. It's fast-paced, and it's the perfect mix of tactical and silly arcade fun. There's times to hide behind cover and take peek shots, and then there's times to slide into action and just unload a mag into somebody. I'll be honest, it felt a bit like playing airsoft or paintball, just with a Call of Duty style map. I just referred to an airsoft field as a map, oh my god. I found multiplayer to be a lot more fun than single player, especially when coupled with voice chat. The mix of people playing this game is hilarious. Listening to a 12-year-old try to command a 30-something dad to get on the hard point is something else.
Let's pick a large map. Large map.
No, pick a small one.
Yeah, I don't want to do domination on a big map.
Yeah, I do.
There you go.
Hey, Taroshi, before they kick your ass out, can you do comp control, please?
Get him out of here! I fucking hate that guy! Get him the fuck out of here. My name's Hiroshi. I'm a big fucking loser. Bye.
Oh, this map.
This map reminds me of back home.
Back home. Yo,
Where
said
the hell
back
you
home.
from? Texas?
Fuck, guys, I got blown up.
No, why are you
one,
talking
though.
if you got blown up? How did you talking if you got blown up?
Hey, my uncle got blown up in real war and he was able to talk. So
Down on heaven.
Oh yeah, they're on
They all
point.
on the hill.
yeah, they may be on heaven, but I'm taking them to hell.
For real?
Oh, I got him.
Well, everybody's heard about the bird. I finally got a kill.
Yes, attaboy. Yes, get out.
So the question remains, is Contractors VR the Call of Duty of virtual reality? Does it dethrone Veil VR for me? The answer is sort of. While Veil VR feels like classic Call of Duty, Contractors VR feels like modern Call of Duty. The way the guns feel, the movement, the map design, it all feels way more in line with something like Modern Warfare 2019 than Modern Warfare 2007. So while I don't think it's the Call of Duty VR experience, it can fit within the umbrella. If you're looking for a VR shooter that isn't too realistic, I can definitely recommend this one. If you're looking for something a bit more milsim though, I would maybe pass Contractors up. You can buy the game on Steam, and apparently you can also get it on Quest 2. That is secondhand information for me though. Regardless, Contractors is a pretty decent time, and it might be worth checking out if you're looking for a new VR title to add to your collection. And hey, if you like this video, be sure to leave a like and subscribe if you haven't already. Also feel free to leave a comment as I try to reply to as many as I can. If you want to check out more videos, you can do so here, as well as check out RatedEm Live, which is where I upload the best moments from all of my live streams. Thank you for watching, and I will see you next time.